Am I correct in assuming that these letters don't paint a flattering picture of Marine Corps life at Guantanamo Bay?
Yes,
and am I further right in assuming that a protracted investigation of this incident might cause some embarrassment for the Security Council guy?
Colonel Jessup.
12 years.
I'm sorry?
I'll get them to drop the conspiracy and conduct unbecoming. 12 years.
You haven't talked to a witness or looked at a piece of paper.
Pretty impressive, huh?
This may speak volumes about how superficial we've become in our analysis of movies. But is this the first film you've ever been in where you did not even kiss your female co-star?
Let me think. I didn't kiss her in this movie, huh?
No, you never got any farther than a handshake. Not that you even tried. I mean, I'm not trying to make anything of it.
No, I just never thought of that. Maybe, I think it is.
I'm not being judgmental about it. I think it's going to strike some people odd to hear in advance that it's a movie that deals with the military and Marines, and there's never a shot fired, and it co-stars Tom Cruise and Demi Moore, and there's absolutely zero, as in zero, sex.
Well, don't tell him that.
It's okay.
Just tell him there's lots of sex, there's killing, you know.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Were you at all intimidated by working with Jack Nicholson?
I was excited. I think intimidated isn't the word. I think a feeling of great enthusiasm and excitement about it. I couldn't, you know, Nicholson is a great actor, and really seeing him work, the way you can really appreciate someone's ability and talent is watch them work. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to work with some of the greatest actors of this century. I mean, I really have, and I'm always in awe when I see a great performance or a great moment. You know, where you just go, I don't know how they do that, or where does that come from, or what is their mind thinking when they approach something like that? And the thing about this movie is everyone scores. Everyone has a scene, you know what I mean? Each character is so well thought out, and as Rob, you say, look, each person's going to score in the movie. And Rob cast the movie not for name value, but who he felt was right for the role. And people, you know, really came forth and wanted to be... sorry, let me get that. Excuse me. Hello? Hello? Oh, you're looking for Pat? Who's this? Hi, how are you? Could you just hold on? We're in the middle of an interview.
To win, Jessup needs to tell the court members that he ordered the code red.
And now you think you can get him to just say it?
I think he wants to say that he made a command decision and that's the end of it. He eats breakfast 300 yards away from 4,000 Cubans that are trained to kill him. And no one's gonna tell him how to run his unit, least of all the Harvard mouth. I need to shake him, put him on the defensive, and lead him right where he's dying to go.
That's it? That's the plan?
That's the plan.
How are you gonna do it?
I have no idea.
Color of Money, Top Gun, Days of Thunder, things like that. Your characters, like this one, are often, for lack of a better word, Tom Cruise-ish. Well, he is. I mean, he's a devil-may-care kind of guy. For a time, he's self-absorbed.
Yeah.
He's a happy-go-lucky, sporting kind of guy who's, glib, off the cuff, et cetera, et cetera. Would you disagree?
Well, I'd say that it can certainly be an aspect of it. I think that what I try to do with my characters is go on a journey, that there is a self-exploration. I think that people can tend to become self-absorbed, and I think that in each way, if you look at it, that it's handled in a very different manner, and they are different performances.
I mean, let's take A Few Good Men. I mean, when you're grilling Jessup and Kaffee is grilling Jessup, are you conscious of the lines running through your head, or are you just being Kaffee?
I'm just being. When it works, I find I'm just being. You know, I'm not...
How often is that? I mean, how often does that come along? Does it happen half the time, tenth of the time?
More so now than in the beginning of my career, because I've grown a lot, and you know, when I started out, especially in the beginning, I just didn't know what I was doing, and I'd find myself kind of watching outside of myself, you know, each line, or watching that, you know, which is what a lot of actors sometimes tend to do. And And now I don't do that anymore. And now when it's really cooking, it's real. You know, it's just real. It's not acting. It's not, you know, you're just, there's a communication there. And it's really, I mean, it's just incredibly fun. I enjoy the whole process of making movies. I mean, at times it can be frustrating when if you're waiting around and stuff, which I'm not very good at. But, you know, I've become more patient with that. But when you're in there with the actors and you're doing it, it's just incredibly exciting.
I know the money isn't terribly important to you. What's it do for you?
I remember as a kid growing up, and, you know, we didn't have a lot of money. And I think of freedom to say, I'd like that bicycle, I'm going to buy it, you know. But with it, I did not understand also the level of responsibility that came with money. That was shocking to me when I started making it. And yeah, I've had to educate myself in that whole area. And I think that there's a lot of great things that can be done with money also, in terms of, you know, just helping people. That's is a great freedom.
Do you keep track of it pretty closely?
Very closely, yeah. I am not one of the people that really personally believes in business managers or any of that kind of stuff. I don't believe in that stuff. I keep very close. I could tell you, if I picked up the phone, I could tell you exactly where it all is within a few minutes.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Your last two films, Far and Away, Days of Thunder, were not commercially up to Tom Cruise standards.
And what is the Tom Cruise standard?
Tom Cruise standards are big box office
Like
hits.
what? What's big box office to you?
Top Gun.
Okay, well, how much money is that?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not necessarily sure the way they keep the accounting,
No, but
if any of us
you're
ever
saying.
know.
I know. Days of Thunder has grossed over $240 million. Far and Away is still grossing money.
So you say it was up to the same
Oh,
standards?
yeah. Far and Away is already over, you know, $125, $130 million. That's before video. That's before television and cable. And it's still grossing money on a weekly basis. It's still out there, and there's still about 4 markets that we haven't opened the movie up into. I work my tail off on every single thing I do. And what I don't appreciate is people not understanding what it takes for a movie to make money. And I'm telling you, when it's all said and done, and even now, Far and Away will make money.
A couple of final notes, quick ones.
Yeah.
You the best actor in the business?
No. No.
You're,
No,
you're the most popular actor in the business?
No, I think I'm, if I'd have to look at myself, I think I would like to be known as the hardest working, and someone who tries to do the best that he can every time out. And I do. I give my my blood to each thing I do, and that's how I feel about myself.